Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 15th of November 2020. We're going to reflect on Matthew 25:14 to 30, a rather long one. Listen. Jesus said, "For it is as if a man going on a journey summoned his slaves and entrusted his property to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. The one who had received the 5 talents went off at once and traded with them and made 5 more talents. In the same way, the one who had the 2 talents made 2 more talents. But the one who had received the 1 talent went off and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those slaves came and settled accounts with them. Then the one who had received the 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 more talents, saying, 'Master, you handed over to me 5 talents. See, I have made 5 more talents.' His master said to him, 'Well done, good and trustworthy slave. You have been trustworthy in a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Enter into the joy of your master.' And the one with the 2 talents also came forward, saying, 'Master, you handed over to me 2 talents. See, I have made 2 more talents.' His master said to him, 'Well done, good and trustworthy slave. You have been trustworthy in a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Enter into the joy of your master.' Then the one who received the 1 talent also came forward, saying, 'Master, I knew that you were a harsh man, reaping where you did not sow and gathering where you did not scatter seed. So I was afraid, and I went and hid your talent in the ground. Here you have what is yours.' But his master replied, 'You wicked and lazy slave. You knew, did you, that I reap where I did not sow and gather where I did not scatter? Then you ought to have invested my money with the bankers, and on my return I would have received what was my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to the one with the 10 talents. For to all those who have, more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away. As for this worthless slave, throw him into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.'" The Gospel of the Lord. In this parable of the talents, Jesus tells of a man preparing to travel to a distant country. Before departing, he gives talents, a unit of currency, to his servants. The first servant, who receives 5 talents, works to grow them into 5 more. The second servant, who receives 2 talents, doubles their value as well. But the third servant, who receives 1 talent, buries it in the ground. When the master returns, he praises the first and second servant, but he takes the 1 talent from the third servant and gives it to one of the other servants. And then he punishes the guy because he proved a bad steward of the talent he had been given. Though the talents in this story refer to money, the lesson is applicable to the real talents or gifts that we are all blessed with. These gifts are different according to the grace given to each of us. See Romans 12:6. The gifts are not given to us for our own use, as we've seen several times before, but are given to us for the enrichment of the lives of others. Peter confirms this. In his first epistle, he writes, "As each has received a gift, employ it for one another as good stewards of God's varied grace." Some of us don't see our gifts because our eyes are focused on the gifts that others have received. Others among us feel shortchanged. We feel God has given more gifts to others and only a few to us. But God knows what He is doing. He can see how much each of us is able to do, and so gives accordingly. The owner gave his third servant only 1 talent because he probably knew the guy was lazy and his instincts were justified. The guy didn't do anything with what he had been given. However, if he had, the owner would certainly have rewarded him with more, just as he rewarded the other 2 servants. Jesus promises whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Let us not look at what others have received. This way, we will not compare the quality or the quantity of the gifts we have. Let us just concentrate on what we have been given and do the best we can with it, trusting the words of Jesus. He said, "For to all those who have, more will be given, and they will have an abundance." We can apply this principle to every single blessing we have received, and it will work because it is a divine promise. So, let's start using our gifts, shall we? God bless you.